I scared you? Did you not expect me to live up to my word, Gavin? You know who thinks like that? Somebody who doesn't live up to his word. I'm glad that we had this chance, Emily, to keep an eye on that guy. Did you miss me? I missed you too. I'm excited to tell you about this case. It was a very, very exciting case. At least in my memory, it was exciting. I've never told this story before, and I'll probably never tell it again. It's just for you. It was spring. We had just had a rash of murders. Kashigo has a high number of murders per capita. It's a shithole of a city. But for some reason, things were quiet. I didn't have much to do. So I spent my time drinking, walking, staring at the wall. You ever stare at the wall so long that the texture in the wall starts to look like faces? And the faces start to talk to each other, tell each other secrets, secrets that you wish you hadn't overheard. You've never had that experience, Emily? Maybe we're not meant to be after all. I was sitting in my office, having one of those long stares at my wall, listening to secrets that weren't for my ears, by beings that my brain was creating just to keep me entertained, when somebody actually entertaining happened to walk in.
Hi. You're Ruby Rocket, right?
That's what it says on the door. Nobody else would want to be in here, so I guess it's me.
Oh.
Just me and my friends.
Are you counting a single wall as multiple friends?
I'll explain it later. Have a seat.
Okay.
I didn't get your name, friend.
My name's Maria.
Would you like a drink?
No, thank you.
To each his own, I guess.
For now, maybe, I don't.
You're awfully happy for somebody coming into a private detective's office.
Well, you ever read any comic books, Ruby?
Sure. Sometimes I make them up in my mind.
Oh my gosh. Me too. Me too, but then I put them on paper. And then I try and sell them to be printed in a real paper, not just the paper in my notebook.
It's a great idea. I have lots of stories.
I wanted to ask you something, if you wouldn't mind.
I got nothing better to do.
I haven't been able to sell any of my comics, you see. It turns out that if you're a woman, they don't really take you seriously. So I thought maybe I could write a comic book about an incredibly strong, fierce, independent woman, private dick, and sell it under a man's name. And then maybe it would be like, like Dick Tracy, but more readable.
I like that idea.
You do?
Got anyone in mind?
I'm here because of you.
Oh. I thought you were going to hire me to find you a private detective to base your stories on.
That's a funny idea, Ruby. Miss Rocket, I'm sorry. I don't know you well enough to call you Ruby. I don't know. Stupid idiot.
Listen, I'd be happy to help you out, but business has been slow and my whiskey's getting dry. And I don't mean in the dry flavor, but in the actual, my bottle is getting empty kind of way.
Oh.
Is this something you can maybe pay me for?
Oh, yeah, I would never presume to follow you around for free, Miss Rocket. That would be a waste of both of our time.
There was something so charming about the way she twitched and nodded, about her lack of confidence and self-esteem. I thought, here's my chance. I can star in a comic strip. They were all the rage. At the same time, I could have somebody outside of the people in my walls to keep me company. And maybe I could teach this young woman a thing or two about the dark side of life. Listen, I don't like to drink alone, so if you're gonna hang out with me, I'm gonna need you to have a sip of this. Doesn't need to be a lot, but if you're gonna understand the way I roll, you're gonna need to start by having some of my whiskey running through your veins. I made it under my desk.
Okay.
You don't have to stare at me while you're drinking it. It's good.
Wow.
It's fire. So I love whiskey. It's like drinking fire. So I like smoking. It's like breathing fire.
Do you like fire? Is that loaded?
Of course. Can never be too prepared or too careless.
I should write that down, maybe.
What's your name again?
Maria.
What's your last name, Maria?
Bartholomew. Of course.
It's a strange last name. Maybe your pen name could be Bartholomew Maria.
Whoa. I never thought of that. I was going to name it something like John Everyman.
And it was at that moment I started to worry about the quality of this comic book. You see, I shouldn't be having better ideas than the comic book artist herself. But maybe that's why we were brought together. All right, Maria, well, this is how I usually start my day and end my day. And in days like the days that I've been having, this is how I spend the time in between the start and the end of my day. Sitting here waiting for the phone to ring or a client to walk in. Just make yourself comfortable.
Okay. Oh. Cool.
Ruby Rocket. There wasn't anybody.
Sometimes when I'm uninspired, I draw dogs.
Sometimes when I stare at my wall, I see dogs. I'll explain it later. Rocket.
I was just thinking sea dogs, like dogs of the sea.
Maybe I should have asked to read some of your comics before I agreed.
I'd like to finish them first, if you wouldn't mind, Miss Rocket.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of waiting around for clients, for cases, for stakeouts, for clues. A lot of waiting around. I have an idea. Let's go down to the police station, visit my friend Rick.
You have a friend at the police station?
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
Here, have a little more of this.
Okay.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
She walked so close to me. As we walked to the police station, I could feel her breasts press up against my back. That's how close she was walking. Felt good. I hadn't been that close to another body since the last time Rick had a lapse of judgment. Emily, have you ever loved somebody so hard that every time you see them, your hands start to sweat so much that whatever you're holding just slips out and falls to the floor? And then when you go to pick it up, you drop it again. And then you realize you're being clumsy, so it makes you more nervous and you start to sweat more and you just keep dropping and kicking and chasing things around the room? You haven't? Sorry, Gavin.
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
It's okay, it's okay.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Afternoon, Rick.
Afternoon, Ruby.
Afternoon, Rick.
Afternoon, Ruby's friend. I could tell who you were before you even came in,
How could you tell, Rick?
based on the sound of your shoes.
It's nice to see you, Rick.
Nice.
These shoes?
Yeah, whoa, those are the ones, Ruby.
Yeah, these shoes?
Mostly Ruby's shoes. Wow, that's interesting. You got a little bit of a doppelganger there.
I don't know when she put on the trench coat. She'd been behind me the whole time. Where did she get it? How did she manage to put it on between her breasts and my back?
Listen, Ruby, I'm hard at work on a case here, so seems there was a brown fox.
And a lazy dog.
You know about the case.
Of course I do, Rick.
You're always one step ahead of me, as usual.
Look at those eyes.
I would if there was a mirror right here. I would look at my eyes.
Why don't you look at my eyes, Rick? You can see your eyes in my eyes if you look real hard.
Whoa, I'm looking real hard, and I'm seeing my eyes in your eyes, and I'm seeing your eyes in my eyes, and your eyes, and our eyes are getting lost in the puddle of eyes.
Look at my eyes.
Your eyes are a little more frightening.
Thank you.
Oops.
Careful. Careful with your gun, Rick.
Oh, I've heard that before. And of course I'm careful with my gun, Ruby. I'm a trained professional. I'm a police officer. So I don't just swing this thing about willy-nilly.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, your life really is dangerous, Miss Rocket.
Sure is. See, Emily, Rick was as stupid as he was handsome. He's very, very handsome. Look, Rick, my little friend here is trying to write a story about me and wants to see me in action. I don't have any cases right now. I was wondering if maybe you had something going on and we could help you out.
Oh, sure, I could give you a case. But that would be unprofessional. Here you go.
This is actually a case about a lazy dog, Rick.
Told you, I'm not just practicing my typing. It was a very lazy dog, and this fox is driving people crazy.
Come on, Rick, the captain's got to be trusting you.
Rick!
Oh.
Rick! Listen up!
Afternoon, Captain.
Afternoon, Captain.
Afternoon. What the
Afternoon.
hell is Ruby Rocket doing here?
Listen, Captain, she was just checking in about a couple things. You know, I just,
You know how I feel about women in this office.
You're not in favor of it.
They make the whole place smell like perfume.
Don't it smell pretty, though? Don't it?
Reminds me of my wife.
Oh.
What?
She'll come back someday, Captain. Probably not, but I just want you to have some hope. Right here. Someday, she might love you again.
I heard enough out of you, Ruby Rocket. We got serious police business going on here.
That's what I was telling her about, Chief. There's this case right here about this fox causing trouble and pestilence all over the place.
Rick, you spelled fox wrong.
Let me fix that.
Look, there's been a murder.
Wait, hold on.
We're in luck. Good news. I mean, not for somebody, but for me.
Start typing, Rick. I don't care what you type. I just want you to get something down on paper.
All right, could you spell Moida for me?
Yes. M-O-I. Dad. Listen. Somebody's been killed down at the fishmongers.
Down at the fishmongers?
Down at the fishmongers. Somebody's been killed.
All right, I got
Let's
Moida.
stand up again. Listen.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me again.
Somebody's been killed down at the fishmongers.
Fishmongers.
That's right. Somebody who sells fish. Somebody been killed down there.
Probably a fishmonger.
Probably a fishmonger.
What do you know about it, huh?
Look, Captain, I know a lot.
What do you know about it?
Captain, you get
All
out
right,
of my face.
listen. I hate to see people I love fight. That's right, I said love.
Yeah,
You hear that, Captain? At least somebody loves you.
I love you too, Rick. Look, we don't get this case solved. We better hurry, because I might have another heart attack, okay? So, let's get this on this case.
Captain, calm down. Calm down, Captain. Your whole face is turning red.
I can't help it. It's all this perfume. I want you to get down there and find out who committed the murder at the fishmongers.
I'll figure it out, Captain.
If I beat you there, you're in trouble.
I'll see you there.
I'm gonna bring this
I'll
with
see you
me.
there.
Ah! God damn it!
sorry. No, it's okay. That captain always had it out for me. See, Rick and I, we grew up solving cases for Rick's dad, who was a police officer. He'd always give us little assignments to help him out, because we were little and we could fit in the small spaces. We both wanted to be cops, but that captain wouldn't let me be a cop. So I became a private detective. But Rick, as stupid as he was, well, he got to be a cop, because he had a dick. I had to become a dick. Luckily, there was something interesting, so I went down to the fishmongers, see what we could find out. Rick, you didn't have to bring your whole typewriter down here.
It's a portable, Ruby. It's the wave of the future.
Rick, you just burned a hole right through your uniform.
Oh, dang it. It's all right, Ruby. It's all right.
Watch out, Rick, there's a body right there.
I'm gonna document this.
Me too.
When did you start smoking?
Hey,
Who are you?
I'm the fishmonger. Catch them, sell them, eat them. I eat a lot of them.
If you eat the ones you sell, then you're a crook.
Well, I don't sell the ones I eat. I just eat them and then I don't get profit.
Fair enough.
I inherited this business, I don't know.
Can you tell us what happened?
Okay, so I went out to go get my fish.
This case is already a disaster.
I reeled in the nets. It was a great haul. It was a great day. I was really excited. I came running back in because I was like, I'm gonna make my dad proud because I'm gonna have so many fish today. And then I came in and then there was a dead body on the floor. Yeah, you in the back of your hand raised.
Was it this dead body?
That's a really good question. I'm really glad you asked it. Yes.
Really good question.
It's not the part you write down, Rick.
Really glad you asked it.
No,
Really?
no. Oh.
Glad you. I'm just gonna think the rest of it.
Okay, you think it inside.
All right.
Oh no, here comes the captain.
What's going on here?
I'm just documenting everything, Captain. I'm just documenting the entire case.
What happened here? A murder?
I wrote the whole thing right here for you to look at. You see, right?
You spelled fox wrong.
I didn't even use that word. How'd that happen?
Did you know the deceased?
Yeah, I seen him. He runs he's like my competitor.
So you would have a vested
I would
interest
never
in
do
it.
that to anybody. Never. Anybody who loves the ocean as much as I do, I would never do that to them, ever. This is a terrible day. Oh.
I think I found something. It's a cigarette by the body.
Oh, Joey didn't smoke, though.
Oh, must have been someone else's then.
Why, that cigarette has red lipstick on it.
Joey didn't wear red lipstick either.
Huh. If only we knew someone who wore red lipstick.
Ruby does. Whoops.
Hey,
What the fuck?
when did you start smoking?
What the... Just gonna think that last word in
Okay.
my brain.
So this was Joey.
He was such a good guy. Such a good guy.
Did Joey have any enemies?
Oh, he had a lot of enemies, yeah.
Who were some of Joey's enemies?
Our other competitor, Zoe. Stacey.
competitors have rhyming names?
Name a few others.
Yeah, there was Floey, and there was Moey, and then there was Noe. He knew a lot.
When he first denied being the murderer, I was like, this person seems sincere and authentic. But when he started naming those names, they sounded really made up. And like, maybe he and Joey were the only two, you know? Well, Captain, sounds like you got at least one suspect. Standing right here. Is anyone going to figure out how this body died, or do I have to do all the police work?
I've been taking extensive notes. It was Floey, Joey, Moe, Noe, and Zoe.
Listen, I think I have all the evidence I need. There was a cigarette with red lipstick on.
That's just circumstantial evidence. I come down here and smoke and leave cigarettes around all the time. I bet if you searched half the men in this dock, you'd find a cigarette of mine on them somewhere.
So you openly admit to coming down here all the time?
I'm everywhere all the time, Captain. The streets of Kashigo City are where I live.
Huh. Me too. What's that, Rick?
Could the bullet hole in his chest be a wound?
No, it's a birthday present, Rick. Happy birthday.
Birth.
Just then, while we were in the middle of investigating this one murder, somebody came in and told the captain there was another murder. Yeah, all of a sudden this slow spell we were having was over, and Kashigo was back in its usual form. And we got sent down to the next place, the cheesemonger's shop. Afternoon.
I'm so glad you're here. I promise I named my shop Cheese to Die For just because I thought it was funny.
It's a great name.
I know.
You seem really nervous.
Would you like some cheese?
I would. I'm actually very hungry. I haven't been working a lot.
Me too. It's got some dill in it. It's pretty good. Exotic. New. What?
I'm allergic to dill. I just wanted to share, but didn't want to interrupt.
You're the most beautiful cheesemonger I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you. It's been such.
How'd you get into cheese?
Well, I always liked things that were smooth.
Makes perfect sense to me.
I just thought if I could have that every day, what a great day that would be. I want some brie. Some brie on here.
I'm good, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Who is this?
It's my chef. It's my key cheese maker and buyer. I was talented.
Maker and buyer?
Yes. Some cheese we could make in house. Some cheese we bought from far away. It's very exotic. His name was Dan.
Dan the Cheese Man.
Yes. You've probably heard of him. He's so famous. And oh my goodness.
And you just found him here like this?
I did nothing.
Where were you before?
I went out to smoke just to take a little break, and then I came back in.
Did you see anybody? Did you hear anything?
I heard a crash. I heard a bang. I heard someone scream, but I think that was me.
I'm getting dizzy.
All right.
Oh.
You know,
What's going on here?
look, Captain. Captain, if you're gonna work on the case. I don't know why you sent Rick out on it.
Look, I'm making sure Rick's doing his job. Oh, thank you very much. No, thank you. Can't risk another heart attack. Right now. Oh,
Got a dead cheesemaker. Dan the cheese man. Did he have any enemies?
Oh yeah. Oh, we had his competitor, cheesemaker, Joey.
No.
No?
Named Joey?
Joey's your competitive cheesemaker?
Yeah.
Does he also catch fish?
Oh yeah, he does actually. He's a very talented at food collection.
Good.
Oh, it's such a terrible day.
did we unearth any evidence?
I haven't investigated yet that close. I've been taking meticulous notes.
That's his chef jacket. It's his prize jacket he was wearing.
Looks like he was shot. Which would explain you hearing a shot.
Are you raising your hand, Rick?
I am.
Do you want some cheese?
I don't. But could this bullet casing be a clue?
That looks like a bullet casing that would fit your gun, Ruby.
When did you start carrying a gun?
Oh.
And also, shut the fuck up.
I just noticed that this bullet casing happens to be the same size as the hole in the chest of this dead person.
Hand it over, Rick.
Oh.
Look, Captain, there's got to be a million guns just like this one in Kashigo City. Sure, I inherited it from my mother, and it's an antique that...
This casing fits this gun exactly. Couldn't be a better fit. I got all the evidence I need. I'm heading back to the station to write up papers on one Miss Ruby Rocket.
You go ahead and try, Captain. All you've got is circumstantial evidence. You have a cigarette that could be anyone's anywhere.
And a casing that fits your gun exactly. 100%. Book 'em, Rick.
Ruby.
But just then, a lieutenant came running in and told the captain there'd been a third murder. Emily, a third fucking murder. A third one. A third one. Down at the whoremonger's place. Some people call it a brothel.
Hi.
Afternoon, Veronica.
Oh, Ruby.
Hi, Veronica.
This is my friend. You don't know her.
I don't need to.
Sorry I haven't been in a while.
I'm gonna assume you came back because you finally want to work for me.
No, thank you, Veronica. But I do like to work with you. Whenever you want me to. Whenever I can afford it. You look beautiful. What's this? So it's stuck to your coat. It's a business card.
Yeah. It's an investor. He wants to make these lamps. He's modeled the leg after mine.
It's actually a perfect replica. Though it looks a little more like mine.
Oh, I would know that leg. Just by feeling it, Ruby.
I knew you would.
Can I feel it? Never mind.
Rick.
All right. What's going on here?
If it isn't my ex-husband. your heart still ticking too fast?
I see my cardiologist this week. Strong as ever. Just missing a piece or two. Anyway, what's going on here?
We got a dead worker, sex worker, Captain.
Oh no.
She was new. She arrived about 3 days ago from Cincinnati. I gave her a shot. She was pretty good.
Somebody gave her a shot, all right.
Yes.
Rick.
I think I may have found a clue on the back of this business card. It says, Ruby Rocket shot me.
Your name is Ruby Rocket.
Oh my God, how many times have I tell you shut the fuck up?
Obviously more.
And then I can't help but notice that the color of this lipstick, which I found adjacent to this beautiful garment that the body is wearing, happens to match exactly to the note.
Let me see that. Look, Captain. This lipstick isn't anything like my lipstick. Look.
It's an exact match. Wow.
That lipstick is also the same size as the shell casing.
That's because that's where I carry my lipstick. In my gun.
Ruby,
Look, Captain, isn't it suspicious to you that everything's lining up a little too perfectly?
no, I believe in Occam's razor. The easiest explanation is the explanation. You're going down, Ruby Rocket. All of these games of yours are over.
Rick, are you pulling that gun on me right now?
Ruby, I'm sorry. There's, you know what? Normally the clues don't add up so good that I can think about them right away. But right now, the way they're adding up, it adds up to me having to take you to jail.
Why'd it have to be that the very first time the police started doing police work was the one time it looked really obvious that I committed a bunch of murders? All right,
All right.
take us in.
Take us both in.
I was, okay, I was just gonna take you in, but wait, you look very similar right now. But I'm gonna have to take you in, Ruby. You might as well come too.
Yep.
Here, Rick. Why don't you take my gun out of my hand, Rick?
Okay, Ruby. You're making it real hard for me to.
Here you go. Here, I got it. Here you go, Rick.
All right.
Oh, Captain.
None of that here,
Oh.
unless you're paying for it.
Oh, you're coming with me. Don't try to distract me again, Ruby.
Fine.
You go that way. And I know you know the way.
My gun was still in my hand. I distracted Rick enough that he didn't notice he'd never taken it away. But still, I went peacefully, and they took us back down to the police station. And suddenly, I was the one being interrogated. Look, can I get at least a little bit of whiskey? I don't care if it's good or not. I just need a little something to drink.
We'll get you a bottle.
Oh, thanks, Captain. It's the nicest thing you ever done for me. Thanks, Rick.
I can't be here right now. I'm gonna go make some notes from my journal.
So, you were in all 3 locations with evidence left behind. 1, a cigarette with your lipstick on it. 2, a shell casing that fit your gun exactly. 3, a business card that said, Ruby Rocket shot me.
That was bad.
It's not looking good for you, kid. What do you got to say for yourself?
Did it ever occur to you, Captain, that it would be really difficult for somebody who had just been shot to manage to write who had shot them on the back of a business card in lipstick, clear enough for Rick to read it?
Sure, that's worth thinking about. But also, I've heard the expression, it's written on the wall.
But it was a card.
It's a good point.
A card can be a wall.
No, it can't, Captain.
Look, you're gonna be behind walls for a long time, okay? You are going away, Ruby Rocket.
How'd you like seeing Veronica?
It was nice knowing she's okay. Seems like she's doing well for herself. Anyway, we got 3 murders to solve. 3 of them. Count them. 1, 2, 3.
You solve them a lot faster if you let me stay out on the streets, Captain.
You're not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere.
Just give me like 24 hours, Captain. I'll find you the real murderer.
24 hours, huh? This time, tomorrow night, you're gonna hand me the murderer of these 3 mongers. And you're telling me it's not gonna be you?
That's what I'm telling you, Captain. Otherwise, I'd hand me to you right now.
You got 24 hours. But you're gonna be under surveillance. You understand? I'll be watching you like a hawk.
Fine. I'll enjoy it. I'll show you how police work's really done.
All right?
You want me to start right now?
Captain, I'd be happy to surveil Ruby Rocket as she finds the murderer.
Think I should trust you, Rick? Everybody knows you're in love with Ruby.
I trust me. And if that's good enough for me, then that should be good enough for you.
That makes all the sense in the world, Rick.
I've got some more evidence against you, Ruby, though. There's a series of comics depicting you doing some murders.
What?
What?
There's some comics of basically what just happened.
This is at the fishmongers. This is at the cheesemongers.
It's at the other mongers.
Look how beautiful Veronica looks. Watching me kill that new girl. I didn't do it, Captain. I didn't do it, I swear. I don't know who might have made these. Do you?
I don't know, this is irrefutable evidence, Ruby.
That's not evidence.
It's a bunch of drawings there, Ruby. Drawings are worth 1,000 words.
The thing about those drawings is they showed things that weren't in the newspapers. Things that nobody else knew except those of us who had been at those murders. Suddenly my 24 hours were up and the captain threw me in jail. Luckily, I had a shadow to keep me company in that cell. How'd you make those drawings so quick?
It's always been a gift. I've always been very fast at everything. Yes, it was innuendo. Woo.
It wasn't very good.
Also hear that sometimes. It's fine.
I bet you do.
But never about my drawings, Ruby. My drawings are always top of the line.
They were beautiful sketches, I gotta say. Let me see your book.
I'm afraid I cannot share the finished product until it is finished.
Let me see your book.
Why?
Got nothing else to do. These walls are smooth.
If you just look at them a little cross-eyed, they become a little less smooth, a little bit more blurry.
All right, fine. You can have the bed. Why don't you lay down?
That would be nice. I'm feeling a little sleepy. I blame that stuff.
Hi. I just tunneled back in. You want to tunnel out?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have a lot of friends since Joey died.
Okay, can I take like just a 5-minute nap? Just like let me take 5, cause
Here, have a-
you walk around a lot,
little of
Ruby.
this.
You walk around so much. You do a lot of walking, a lot of drinking.
And with that last swig, she fell asleep like a baby. And when she was... Her skin was so perfect and soft, like a baby. And the sounds that she made in her sleep, like little baby gurgly sounds. And I slipped that comic book right out of her hands.
I wish I could sleep upright like a baby. She's just so beautiful.
All right. Slip right out. And Emily, what do you think I saw? I did. There was the rough draft of the drawing I saw of me killing the fishmonger and the cheesemonger and the sex worker. But then there was a drawing of a place we'd never been, of me killing a person at a ice cream shop, otherwise known as the ice cream monger. And I knew that the cops had taken us in before she could finish, leading us through all of the murders she had planned, so that she could capture me getting caught committing her crimes. Good morning.
Oh, no.
The fishmonger tunneled out while I was reading your comic.
It was ideas that I had.
Ideas of murder.
Yeah?
You killed all those people. You killed all those people because you were bored. You wanted to write these stories. You just needed to see me so you could sketch them.
Yeah, well, it's hard finding inspiration these days. Everybody's so quiet and law-abiding. It's boring.
This line of work takes patience. It's what I told you. You wait around long enough, things will happen. You didn't need to make them happen.
Yeah, sure I did. I can't just make things up. I'm not like Dick Tracy, okay?
Dick Tracy doesn't write those comics.
His name is the biggest name on the piece of paper.
Oh my God. What have I done?
You think I'm not smart, but I set you up perfectly. I even wrote your name.
Well, I need to get to an ice cream shop.
I'm not stupid.
I never said you were. Did I?
No.
Okay, all right. I'll deal with you later.
You know I can just like get out myself and then like find a place to hide, right?
I don't care.
Ruby! Ruby. This is so gross.
I left her there in the cell and I tunneled out and I ran to the ice cream mongers. I knew exactly which one it was because there aren't that many in Kashigo. It's one of the coldest cities in the country. Not a lot of opportunity to eat ice cream.
Welcome to Sunshine Dairy. We have a new flavor called vanilla and chocolate.
Sounds delicious.
Great. Mixed or separate?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Has there been any kind of murder that's taken place here?
Are you here to murder me?
No. No, I'm not going to murder you.
I swear
I promise I'm not going to. Drop it.
You drop it.
You drop it.
You drop it first, though.
You both drop it.
This is an unexpected turn.
Got a lot of people breaking into your ice cream shop?
You never know what's gonna happen late at night when people that have a sweet tooth and they come in and they're crazy.
Let me guess, you got a competitor and your competitor's name is Joey. Got to keep yourself safe.
See, I did somebody a favor killing off that Joey guy. He's in too much business in this town.
You didn't do anybody any favors playing God.
You killed Joey?
No. Yes. I just wanted to make a name for myself.
Oh, you
and
made
I
a
wanted it to be
name.
my name.
You made a name for yourself, all right. I'll finish typing it later. The point is, I reviewed your comics.
What did you think?
They were beautiful, honestly. No.
Thank you.
Rick. She did all the murders. She was setting me up.
I knew it couldn't have been you, Ruby.
Of course it wasn't me, Rick.
Sorry, we don't have time.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh.
I'm so easily distracted.
We were so caught up in our love, we completely left the ice cream monger vulnerable. We watched her fall. But this time, there was no doubt who did it. You saw, Rick.
I saw, and I've been documenting it ever since.
Now I'm done. The story's complete.
All right. What's going on?
There's been another murder, Captain.
Captain, my report's right here.
And you here holding the gun. What is wrong with you, Ruby Rocket?
I didn't do it, Captain. She did. She did all of it. And if you take a look at her comic book, you'll see she even wrote this part.
It's all right here in black and white.
It's in here in color.
Look at the last page,
And with
Captain.
pictures.
Are you kidding me?
Look at the very last page, Captain. You walk in here saying, all right, all right, all right. You say, what's wrong with you, Rocket? And you holding the gun. And then look at the very last page when Veronica walks in and says she wants you back. And you die of a heart attack. That's the story she wrote for you, Captain.
happiest ending I can imagine. But for you, you're going away.
Good. Somebody should lock me up. I'm crazy.
You threatened my ex-husband?
The knife bounced off of the counter, off of Rick's hand, and into her chest.
This I was not expecting. Oh, wow.
And it looks like Veronica wrote a different ending to this story.
Draw it.
Okay, I'll just do it real fast here.
I asked the
Where's
doctor
my pen?
to show me your cholesterol levels, and they're good. You've been taking care of yourself.
I've been trying. Oh, Veronica.
Okay, that's it for me.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't deny the love I have for this man and his mustache.
I shaved off the beard for you.
You didn't get all of it, Captain. You left like a really weird part of it on your lip.
I'm a police officer. It's what I do. Oh, God. Veronica.
Go to her, Captain.
Good to,
Go to her.
it's good to see you.
Oh no.
Oh,
What's happening?
I don't.
No. Breathe. Breathe.
You know what? I feel better. Yeah. Hey, you want to go someplace?
As long as it's not jail.
You did just murder somebody in
I
front
know.
of me. I think I gotta take you in, babe.
Well, it means I'll be closer to you every day. But I'm taking this leg lamp. I'm taking it with me.
All right. Walk careful now, don't trip.
The captain took her in, booked her. She got sentenced to life, but they let her stay in the city jail. So the two of them could be together every single day. That is, for the 5-6 days till the captain actually died of a heart attack. Massive coronary right there in the cell, while making sweet love to his sweet wife. Nobody could imagine a happier ending. And that's the case of the comic book artist. Please give a go for Katie Behrens, for Kristen Schier, Nick Condon, Laura Sands, also for Emily Cunning, who's been working her ass off this whole time, taking care of us in the dark over there, for John Timm doing all these beautiful visuals, Anthony doing lights and sound, Jake Hall doing the live score, all these beautiful episodes he's done, our door staff, our bar staff. Please, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see we actually do have a comic book of Ruby Rocket that's in the works. It's going to be printed soon. This got really low. Yeah, no people were hurt in the making of that comic book. As far as I know, Sam made it. So Sam Neiman is our illustrator. Ruby's existed as a cartoon, comic, all kinds of stuff. So if you follow our Instagram, you'll see drawings that he's done. And we will be releasing all of these as podcasts, so you can listen to all the other episodes. And they're all totally different because we made them up here on the spot. This is our last one in a 12-week run, so I want to especially acknowledge Katie and Laura, who've been in most of the shows. They've been on podcast. Nick and Kristen, who guested in a bunch. To Matt and Tyler, who aren't here, and all the guests that we've had. This has been a delight. So thank you guys for all your hard work. Thank you guys for doing so many shows. Thank you, Jake, for doing this whole run. And thank you guys